tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball top over here to you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. To the perfect cup, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. You know how you get these guys that do live streaming and they're all cheery and they're all cheerful and all upbeat? Well, you came to the wrong bloody channel today, I'll tell you that. I've been at death's door with man flu the last 4 days, but last night was the first time in 3 days that I actually had a night's sleep. But I'm here. We've got a one-loss side match with CheekyChico and Coldest Pillow. The good news is they're both here rearing to go. We have got 3 minutes to go before the kick-off, and of course it's only a race to 9, so blink and you're 2-0 down and you've got a sweat on. So they better be on their toes right from the start. Let's get the pleasantries over with. I hope you had a nice Christmas, because I certainly didn't. And let's hope that the luck is with both of these guys this afternoon, because they are still, although they're probably outsiders, they're actually still in with a good chance of winning this thing. They've got to believe that, or else they wouldn't be here to play. The other news is we had Albinario against Larry a couple of nights ago. Thanks to Slim for getting that one. But Larry was not in it. He was not at the races. Unforced errors was the undoing of Larry, I think, most of the time, and a comfortable win at the end of the day for Albinario. So that's who lies in wait for this pair. Nothing gets easier. It's a big step up against Albinario. The pressure's on Albi, but we've seen how Albinario reacts when he's under pressure in these tournaments. He's been sent over to the one-loss side. He's looking for revenge, and well, one of these guys is just going to be getting in his way. It's just a question of whether they can raise their game, stay focused, and above all, use their head when they're playing this game and try and master the cue ball, or at least get better control of it. And I think the fact that this cue ball is still catching everybody out is still a good reason why you should always think you're in with a chance here. Albinario, though, has worked out the way to do better with it than most people. However, Matt is waiting in the semi-final, and of course we know that semi-pro is already in the final, so it's a tough ask for these two guys, but they've got to get past one another this afternoon. Good luck to Coldest Pillow. Welcome to Slim. Well, I'm getting better. I'm in a better position than what I was, the last 3 days. Been bloody miserable the last 3 days. I mean, I tried everything. I tried lying in my bed to get to sleep. That didn't work. I tried sitting in my computer chair with a blanket over me. That didn't work. And I think in the last 3 days, before last night, I think I had probably, when you add it all up, about 2 hours sleep. I think I remember sort of partially dreaming one night. I can't remember what night it was, but other than that, last night was the first good night's sleep I'd actually had. And I've been filling myself full of medication. Right, the room is up. Enough chit-chat. We're in straight away. I'm going to have a quick drink because I think the vocal cords are going to dry out. I might go into a coughing fit occasionally. So bear with me. We're in good time. CheekyChico representing the United Kingdom and Coldest Pillow representing Wales. We'll have the lag for the break. We know there's going to be issues with judging this cue ball. This has been the fascinating thing for me all the way through this tournament. Players with good tables that you would lay high odds on them running out, and suddenly they're getting into trouble. Well, somebody said welcome everybody. Whoever that was, I don't know, because it just said room. Presume that was Coldest Pillow as he arrived. Yeah, because there's only me and him in the room. And of course, not only have I been under the weather the last few days? I've been at work as well, which doesn't make me feel any much better. Well, the only thing now is I think I've got. In fact, I always lose track of days at Christmas time, between Christmas and New Year. I just don't know what day of the week it is. This is Saturday, isn't it? So I'm at work tomorrow. I'm at work on Monday and Tuesday, I think, and then we've got the 2 days off at New Year, and then of course at the beginning of next week. Well, not next week. Next week's is New Year, but the week after that, that's when I'm off for a week. So I can be fully recovered by then. Well, there's the first bad move by CheekyChico. Having won the lag, he's promptly scratched off the break. No message from Steve that he was going to join us. It's a bit early for him, and of course, being as it's holiday time over there, he's probably tied up with a bunch of hangers-on from the family all over visiting him or whatever. Well, there goes the free shot. So Coldest Pillow's now committed to the Reds. The obvious issue there is clearly, well, there's actually two issues as far as I can see. The one that is below the 8 ball, right in the middle of the table, is just slightly awkward. And then the other one is the one that's 10 o'clock from the 8 ball behind that yellow. And of course, there's the other red that's sort of guarding the pocket. So there's two issues here that have to be dealt with in order for Coldest Pillow to get out. And immediately he's got caught out. Has he got the red as a bailout over the corner, middle? No, he's not got that either. So he's done for already. And again, the cue ball leaking away. Well, it didn't take us long to get an example of how easy it is to let yourself get caught out with a cue ball. And I keep saying, I've said this in previous versions of this tournament, I've said you've got to have a touch like a feather with this cue ball. And that's a good little shot. Used a little Massey spin. Now, how is he, though? Well, he's going to have to get a bit more magic working here because there's nothing on. I mean, there's a far-fetched 3-ball combo here. That red onto the yellow, onto the red. I mean, in the position he's in, you might as well go for it, but he's not. I don't know whether he's just trying to sort of mess things about a wee bit here, but I don't think that red's far enough in the pocket to cause a major issue. That's the problem. See, that's it now out the way. Cue ball's gone south. Well, Chico on the yellows, he's going to duck here. And that's given Coldest Pillow something to think about. And then again, you've got to try and read this cue ball off these rails. And he's got the hit. That yellow goes further into the pocket in front of his red. So that's... Well, I think it would be unlikely that that yellow's not going to follow the red in if CheekyChico gets a shot at it. And the cue ball being so close to that red on the rail, he would have probably played a 3-ball combo just to get rid of that red over the corner and try and clear that yellow out of the way. But he's obviously too close to it. And I think the best thing to do is get a ball out of there one way or another. He hasn't prevented the shot from CheekyChico. Now, if CheekyChico is going to be aggressive here, he's going to have to take the initiative with this visit. I mean, you can pad about so long, but you've got to then make a commitment to try and get out. He's in the better position to do that at the moment, simply because he's at the table. But again, he's ducking and diving here. I don't know that that's doing him any good, simply because if Coldest Pillow ends up anywhere down this table here, he'll have a shot at that and clear that pocket. So CheekyChico's, I think we've seen this before in the tournament, players tend to end up getting faffing about and not, making a move to get the job done. And suddenly, Coldest Pillow does something like that and opens up the game. Now, he's got a very dodgy thin cut into the side pocket. If this goes in, though, and this cue ball opens out, he could be out here. I mean, this is the shot of the rack here, if he can drop this in. And CheekyChico, he didn't take the initiative. And that's a great effort. But again, you've seen what these pockets are like. Nothing on these middle pockets, on these rails, will give you anything other than straight into the pocket. You hit that jaw, it just comes straight out. But it was a good effort by Coldest Pillow. And CheekyChico might get out here, but nothing's guaranteed. He's got to get into the table to deal with the one in the top left. And I don't know that, again, even that was maybe unnecessary to move the cue ball as far, but he's got the shot he wants, though. Got to take that now. But he's got to make sure he comes into the table, or at least leaves that gap to deal with this yellow. And he definitely should be out. Well, it looks very likely CheekyChico's getting out, but that could have backfired on him had that red gone into that side pocket there for Coldest Pillow. And so Chico's going to win the first rack on his break. Red goes in. Yellow goes in. Red goes in. 8 ball isolated down the bottom. Coldest Pillow's looking at the table. Well, I think from where he's sitting, I mean, the yellows look good enough. Simply because there's not exactly a gimme on the reds. Not really. Well, he's had a little nudge in the other yellow. That's done no harm. So these are the points in the tournament in this match where you have a table where there's not really an issue. It's all about the cue ball. Now, he'll have to pot this and stop the cue ball to deal with the problem ball there. And now he's got to get far enough down the table, I think. He's got to go forward, I think, unless he's trying to hold it for that one. But if he comes forward, what's the angle like? See, you get too much angle. He can still run out and take that one, but then he's got to make sure he gets high enough for this one if he's going that pattern. Yeah, the cue ball's just opening out now. I think he's still fine. He's looking at that one first, but there's nothing wrong with taking that one and tweaking the cue ball and going that way a wee bit. Because look what's happened. There you go. To me, that was a shot with a bit of side in the cue ball to come this way. And he had all... Oh, that's a good kick, though. That is a good kick. How's his luck? Well... Sometimes shots like that might be giving you the idea that it could be your day when you've got yourself bailed out a hole there. Let me just double check my replays working. Hang on a minute. Hang on a wee sec. I might have inadvertently switched it off when I was messing about doing stuff. Hang on. Right, I think that's it fixed. But... a good recovery, a good escape there for Coldest Pillow. But again, another example of getting caught out with the cue ball. So into rack number 3, CheekyChico's break, committed to the yellows, and again a table where you're looking to see where the problems are. And well, if anything, that was the problem, just dealing with that yellow that was up near the rail, playing the combo. And you're more or less giving him this right off the bat. Used all of the pocket there. Right, so again, got to be careful with this yellow down the rail, because you've got to decide where you're wanting the cue ball for this 8-ball. So, stone dead, you stop it. He's just playing it soft, and that's fine. Well, Chico's done what's been asked of him. That was a nice rack, a nice table, and got the job done. Of course, this is also the other thing that affects matches. Coldest pillow has just broke dry, and again, this table looks pretty damn good to me. You've got a red down the rail as a starter. You've got the red there, that one there. This is the awkward one, because you're limited where it's going, because the yellow's a blocker. So that's the problem, red, right there. And then obviously you've got these other ones to get to the 8-ball. So this is critical that he gets on that right now. And this is what's annoying, that one there. Well, he's had a bump, and he's good. He's good that he's on this. He's now got to look at how he gets on to his next one, because he's actually a bit straight. And that'll do. I think he can just roll this out, and the cue ball will just trickle through. Well, see, he's starting to do stuff with the cue ball, and I don't think he needed to. This is where that cue ball could run soft. I think players are getting caught out, and I've been caught out as well, watching this, where your eye tells you the cue ball wants to run away, but if you play it soft, the cue ball won't run away that far. And he tried to draw himself to the long rail to come back into the table to get out of trouble, which was maybe never there, and he got himself in bother. So, Coldest pillow trying to deal with the problem situation straight away there. That's one attempt. And he might have to just, well, there's not much room to get a cue ball in there to cut that yellow. We could have another go here for a bump one way or another. Well, he's bumped the red, but, well, okay. I mean, it now means that the yellow is available, but you've got to get there. Now, he could have a go at it now off this yellow here. He's still got a bailout ball, but, well, I'm not really sure what. I think he's obviously trying to play the snooker and the red up top, which is good thinking, and force CheekyChico into playing the red that he can see. And Chico has missed the red. Well, that's a major fail there from Chico. I think he was trying to be delicate and get a thin cut and just push that and gain control of position up here, but he's made a hash of it. He's missed it, and Coldest pillow's got a free shot. Well, I mean, the way he played that, he could have easily knocked that red over there to lock up the 8-ball there. I think he could have played that better, but anyway, he's there. So, has he gone too far? Yes, he has. because he would like. I would have thought he would have liked to have taken that one and run across and take this one down the rail. Nice top side. Now again, watch the cue ball. And that's well played. Just a little dink into the side, no jaw. So Coldest Pillow on his own break, squares the match again. But the mistake there was from CheekyChico, giving Coldest Pillow that free shot. Welcome to Cobra, good afternoon. And I think it's CheekyChico's turn to come up dry. Well, Reds don't look too bad. And again, I'm talking about from where the cue ball is right now, first shot. This might be the toughest shot here, this red that he's on. Well, this is the main concern now. You can certainly, if you had a shot in that red, you can drop it in and get the cue ball out and just roll that red dead weight into the side. But if you're wanting to play that red anywhere else, it's primarily going to go in here, so you have to get that out of the way. So there's trouble here. So this is a delicate little dink, and you've got to just hold this cue ball running out. That if you go far enough, you'll have the bailout up table, but if you go soft enough, you can drop that dead weight into the side. And, well, clearly Coldest Pillow didn't have that idea in mind. He was going to go about it a different way. But more importantly, he's missed the red. And CheekyChico has the one major issue here, which is pretty much nailed to the rail. And I would be trying to get there ASAP. I would have hit that. I would have hit that with more bottom right English there, because the draw onto the rail, the bottom right English would have kicked that over here. See, he's the wrong side of the yellow. Had he hit that last shot, the previous shot, harder with bottom right, he would have spun up the table here. And he would have been the right side or the left side, if you know what I mean, of that yellow. So now he's running out of options to get there. Well, now it all hinges on whether that yellow, I don't know whether that will follow that in where the red's sitting. Or whether he's going to try and, I mean, it's too far in the pocket to squeeze that ball past it, is it? You're trying to cross bank. Well, where the yellow's finished has created a problem for Coldest Pillow. But Coldest Pillow is in control here with this setup. Now, does he really want to pot this red right now? Especially when he's going to try and break these. He's got to try and get a bump. That looks like a sort of half-hearted attempt at breaking something out there. I'm not sure that he did play it. But what he has done is he's exposed the yellow. The yellow's now got a pocket to go into down on this left-hand side. And, you know, CheekyChico's got an option of a bank on that yellow. So maybe that wasn't the right move to make it that precise time there for Coldest Pillow, unless he was really trying to break out those two reds. Excuse me. And I don't know that moving that... well, you see, that's a terrible shot as far as I'm concerned. Simply because what he's done is he's opened up everything for these reds doing that. I don't understand that thinking there by Chico. Okay, he's not left anything simple here for Coldest Pillow, but that was just not the shot to play and open up the table there for those reds. In fact, in truth, it's a sellout. And this is what I'm saying about, you know, you've got to keep yourself switched on, you know, before you make a move. You can just get completely careless. And that one shot that Chico played there when he was playing a sort of safety was completely the wrong move, and he sold out. You've got to be fired up and know where you're going before you make a move and do a silly safety like that. And Coldest Pillow, having pinched that rack from CheekyChico's break, and has also had, 2 yellows in the break. There's 2 reds tied up. Yellows are all reasonably good. Now, he's got to play the combo right now, has he? Does he play the combo? No, because see that yellow's going that way. Oh, he's hit it thick. That's a lot simpler than I thought it was. Well, this could be the big move here for Coldest Pillow. 8 ball right in the middle of the table. It all looks simple, but there's 2 reds down here below this 8 ball that could cause an issue in actually getting to it. It looks all too easy, and that's pretty good. We'll give him that. Well, that mistake that CheekyChico made has cost him 2 racks, and it's now cost him a 2 rack deficit. I'm sure he got a ball there. Did he get a ball? Yes, he did. Got a red block in the pocket. And I think, looking at where, again, from where he's sitting, reds or yellows would do, apart from the fact that that yellow, the furthest up the table on the right, is blocked by the red. So if you think you're going to make a move to get out of here, you've got to go for the reds. Unless you can guarantee that you're going to be able to pot that. I mean, the red's too far in the pocket that you can't get that yellow to follow in it. I mean, the yellow would follow in no problem, I don't think. But Chico has decided on the reds. Well, I don't know what that was. But what it has done is it's tied up one of Coldest Pillow's yellows. He went all out for the bank. Now that red can certainly gain control of the pocket up table if he plays the shot. That one that he's on right now, I mean, I'm surprised he's not even playing it. You know, just run it up the table, either in or over the pocket, and you've at least got rid of a problem ball. I mean, it's not a problem if you're up this side. You can still pot that red as long as you get that out of the way. But when he was on that red at that time, why didn't he just cut it up the table? You know, you wonder about the logic and the thinking of players. You wonder that in every game when you're actually trying to commentate on it. But I'm thinking on how do you get back to that red when you were on the red in the first place and you could play for position. and nudge it up the table and get it out of the way and at least improve the situation on that red. We'll see if Chico ever gets back to this red. He's got one good opportunity. You know, he pots that one and he can come below here unless he then leaves himself some sort of combo. Or he gets inside and plays that one into there and drops out to squeeze it up table. Well, he's now in a position to do that. We're about to find out. But 5 shots ago, he could, well, now I don't know what the hell he's doing, and I'm not sure he does either, because why the hell he had to, I mean, he obviously tried to break this out doing that. But, excuse me. Oh, it went. Well, I didn't think he could get enough of that to pot it. I take it all back. And in the end, it was a good out. My bad. I didn't think he could get to that at that angle and get it clean, but it was well done and much needed. Brings him back within one. I need to have a drink. Well, Coldest Pillow's break was dry. And this is an immediate chance, and this is a great table for Chico to get back in level terms here. Great opportunity. He might have already got himself in a wee bit of a problem. Well, he can get to the red. Just where's the cue ball going? And it's running and running and running. Well, he's got a bailout. Now he wants to run forward. And keep running forward. See how that cue ball's slowing up? And it didn't get far enough. I mean, he's still okay that he can pot this, but he'd much rather have been through that far. Well, now this is a little tester. Again, you've got to get the pace in the cue ball to get the red to the pocket. Well, he's gone to the rail too soon. But this is where this table is nothing like a 9-foot American pool table. You cannot cheat these pockets by very much at all. And certainly if you hit that rail anywhere going up to the pocket, you're not going to get the ball in the hole. But this is again, Coldest Pillow has been given a chance to pinch this. Oh, that cue ball's running loose. Trying to get the short side. Well, he could have played the follow in that. I think, again, with the red being so far in the pocket, the yellow ball's got to follow that red in. Now he's in sort of no man's land here. Well, he's got to watch. If he plays a thin cut in this yellow, not only that the yellow goes in, but the cue ball might follow the red in. You never know. Again, he's neither here nor there with that shot. The cue ball's gone dead in the rail. Well, he's got control of the corner pocket up there. And if Chico's going to get that 8 ball, it's either going to be a bank or he's going to be running the cue ball trying to get top side of it, which is a big ask. to get really good on that 8 ball from this position. I mean, he could try and get straight and roll it in and get it to follow that yellow in. Well, he's trying to get below it, and that's not bad. We'll give him that. And he is going to be back in level terms. So crisis over for the time being. And breaking in rack number 9. Well, something went. I think something went. A yellow's gone in. Well, that yellow ball's a bit of a hindrance up table if you're planning on taking the reds, and you've obviously got one awkward red there. And those 2 reds have gone. So now there's a problem, because had one of them stayed there, at least it had one option or one opportunity to get down on the short side of this red. And now he doesn't. Not really. So this is going to be the downfall here, this red. Well, he didn't get that far. And as it is, that could be his last shot in this rack. So that's the first one you've got to take right there if you're intended to try and run this table out. You've got to get rid of that one, unless you want to play this one and try and get that to follow that in. So that yellow on the top left, very much likely to be the last ball to get to the 8 ball. Provided Coldest Pillow doesn't start bumping balls onto one another. And he's now going to have to rethink that, because he's run into his own yellow there, which I don't think he really intended to do. And now it's not quite as simple. It would have been a lot simpler, I think, had he left that yellow up table where it was. He could have easily rolled that in and got to the rail and rolled the 8 ball in. Now it's not quite as cut and dried. Plus the fact there's the yellow behind the red here, which is awkward to get to. And he's tried to nudge the red, didn't get any success there. And now the wheels are threatening to come off here. Well, if he pots this yellow here, there's no way he's getting on this yellow from this angle. I don't know that... well, what would you do to keep this safe in any way? I mean, if you thin cut that, you're only trying to control the pocket here, and you're going to have no shot on the last yellow. And he tried to get that tight onto the 8 ball there, didn't quite get there, because if he had got there, he wouldn't have left anything on there, really, for Chico. But as it is, Chico's got the same problem. He's got to deal with this red in the short side. But earlier in the rack, when those 2 reds went into the side pocket, that was always going to scupper his chances on getting to this red. So what he doesn't want to do is do anything to move that right now, unless he's surefire, get a guaranteed shot where he's going to get a hit. Now he could sort of lose the plot a wee bit here and go for the combo and try and spin the cue ball into the reds. Now why isn't he doing that? See, to me there was an opportunity. Play the combo, because the odds are you're going to make the combo. And then you can give it a good belt and get the spin working to get these broke out. Well, he might have missed an opportunity earlier there. Well, now I think Coldest Pillow, the best thing he could do here is bank that yellow over to the 8 ball and protect the 8 ball. Okay, he's maybe leaving a bank on the 8 ball, but I would be banking that yellow over to the 8 ball right now. That's a shot I'd be playing. I'd be just sending that up there and getting it interfering with the 8 ball and buying myself some time. See, what he didn't want to do is that, because, I mean, if the cue ball's going any further, he's left a cut for this red. For Chico, and he's also left Chico a shot where he can cut that red and get the cue ball running. Well, he didn't get the line. And now he can play the draw. He can play the draw and get a bump here. Well, I think Coldest Pillow's safety. The shot I was talking about was the one to buy some time. He didn't play it, and he might regret it. And I don't know why... well... See, again, Chico's just given Coldest Pillow another shot at the table here. He should have played the draw and you know, okay, you've got to play and get a lucky roll, but he could have potted that red and played a draw to move things. It might not have worked. But the simple fact is, look at where this is finished. Look at where this is finished. You see, this is where... Well, it hasn't gone in. He's going to win out in the end. He's now got a free shot. So that should have backfired on Chico there, but he's got out of jail simply because Coldest Pillow couldn't get the ball to follow in. But you know, that's where he's got lucky there, really. And now, from being 4-2 down, he's going to find himself 5-4 in front. And he's not really been punished there, Chico, where he should have been. But that's the breaks. You've got to take whatever advantage you can get, even if you have played the wrong shot. As long as you come out and talk one way or another, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. All that matters is the scoreboard. The Coldest Pillow is now under that wee bit more pressure. Rack number 10, his break's given him a couple of balls, open table of course, and this is a bit more of an ugly table than most that we've seen so far today. Well, there's obviously got to be a wee bit of bumping going on here, I think. Now, can he get to that yellow clean? See, now he's brushed his yellow. He's not really done any harm there, but where the problem lies is here. He can cut that yellow in, but he ain't going to get much more out of that. So he's just trying to manoeuvre for better position here. And now we're getting into the psychological warfare stuff. So Coldest Pillow on the yellows. Doesn't want to play that yellow up top because, well, I don't know. He can't see much. I don't think he can see any of it, as a matter of fact. In fact, tell a lie, that was Chico that was at the table. What am I talking about? Well, there's an opportunity to get a red up the table. Two reds now tied up on the left side, two reds tied up top. Well, that red there hasn't really done anything to obscure the path for the yellow that's there. It's still got a pocket to go into. Well, is he going to commit himself and try and get this to fall in? But I don't think it will. I think it's going to take too much of the jaw, that yellow, is it? What if he plays it thicker onto the red? No. Well, I don't know that was the wisest move. Obviously, you're trying to improve your balls, which I suppose in one sense that's what he's done, but he's now freed up the yellow in doing that. Okay, Coldest Pillow's still got problems at this end of the table, but that's one less problem he has. by Chico opening up those two reds. So there's enough room, I think. You know, plenty of room. Now, has he gone too far? Yes, he has. He would have much rather finished sort of there to try and free this red up. Let's have a look at that. In fact, he doesn't need to free the red up. What the hell am I talking about? There's plenty of room. In fact, he should be out. Let's put it that way. That needs to slow up. Well, now he's perfect. But the biggest test is the shot that you're playing. He's got to get this reasonably straight. Well, see, the problem now is he's got no idea how good this cue ball is going to be. He's held it, and that's very well played. That's an excellent shot. He's judged that very well. And that's a good out at the end of the day. And now, suddenly, it's all turning its head. Coldest Pillow was 4-2 up. Now he's 6-4 behind. And Chico's break's working. He's got a ball. Cue ball's gone.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh, dear. Well, if ever you're going to get an opportunity here, Coldest Pillow, to try and get yourself at least back into this, it's right now. And the cue ball running loose again, though. That could have been a disaster. So there goes the free shot. Two balls went in, a red and a yellow, so he's still not committed yet. Now, I think he would have liked to have taken the yellows. In fact, I think he still likes to take the yellows. And that's a nice little bump. And now he can deal with that yellow that's up table. So the other issue now is where this cue ball's going off this yellow here. Now, obviously, if he wants to run down there and get that, he wants an angle to get up table, though. He's got to get an angle to get up table. You need to slow up, though. Well, this is a little delicate dink. And maybe try and drag the pace off it and stop it leaking away too far. Oh, well, he's going to be hampered. And the other problem, of course, is how good is he going to control this cue ball? Well, the bump in the 8 balls helped him. Well, that's just what Coldest Pillow needed to stay in touch. And, of course, pinching it off CheekyChico's break. But what he needs also is a ball, and he's got that. Oh, now. Well, as he's sitting, it's got to be yellows. Simply because he's got a couple of good choices in yellows to get started. Hang on a minute to read the chat. Do you ever stream any of the snooker games, etc., and trying to get used to the controls of VP4 after buying it? Well, I don't. I stream big tournament matches, like this tournament. Right, I don't know whether you're still there, Gary. But I don't stream. I don't stream snooker tournaments. I do stream the virtual World Snooker Championships, which we should be having in April. So yes, I will be doing that. But I don't do any regular streaming of any snooker, simply because there's not enough people play it. In fact, there's a lot less people play it in VP4 than they ever did in VP3. The Coldest Pillow rescuing the situation. Well, that's a good response from Coldest Pillow, because he's got himself right back in the game again. Excuse me. Watch the cue ball.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear. Squeaky bum time there for CheekyChico. And he's not exactly sitting pretty. Played the combo, but the red's running loose. Now he's still got a bailout ball. Well, this is a big rack here for Chico. The table's not pretty. It is not pretty. And now the cue ball's got another bailout red. And now he's got that issue there. And he has to get this to open out as far as it can. That's perfect. Because the further that cue ball opened out, the more of an angle he's going to have to drop down behind us. Now, I don't know what he's done there. I have no idea why he did that. That red not get into the middle. Well, that's probably why he did it. I take it all back. I thought that red went into the middle pocket. And it doesn't. Well, see, from this end of the table, it looks like that red's got all of the pocket to go into, but it isn't until you go round the corner behind it, you see it didn't. Well, that might be his chance gone. Although, where Coldest Pillow's sitting, I don't think he's got a shot. Well, he does. He's got one shot up in the corner. That's going too short. Yeah. Well, now, can he go forward, use the jaw and spin this with left English? That's what he's trying. And it didn't do anything. He didn't get enough momentum into the cue ball. In fact, it just went round the jaws. Maybe the angle wasn't good enough either to help him. Well, it looks a bit like a lost cause at the moment here, this rack. But at least he's got his red in a position where Coldest Pillow's got to be switched on here, because, of course, if he doesn't get out and Chico can see the red, then Chico's going to be favourite to get the job done. And no sooner have I said that than Coldest Pillow might be in bother. Oh no, he's okay. But it's all about watching that cue ball and keeping it on a line. What the hell's this frat? He's German anyway. I never know what he's talking about. He speaks some sort of pidgin German English. I don't know what he's talking about half the time, that guy, so there's no point in me answering him. Somebody can PM him and tell him I don't answer anything in live streams. Watch the cue ball. Right, so again, you just let it roll through and roll out as far as you can to have a straight yellow. Or is he trying to do any holding here? Yeah. And that'll do nicely. That'll save him the trouble. What did that say there? I didn't mean to read it anyway, so I don't know what it said. It said something about stream. Somebody give the guy the link, whatever the hell he wants. Somebody please give the guy the link if that's what he actually wants. I don't know what he does, because I mean, I don't think he'll understand a word I'm saying, let alone if he types anything in the chat. But it's all sort of, I don't know whether he uses Google Translate, but I've never understood a word he's been talking about half the time. Which is probably shame on us in the UK for not learning many foreign languages. We expect everybody to speak English and have done with it. That's the way we've always been. I mean, you look at the Scandinavians. I mean, they speak better English than the Scots do, and the Germans as well. Dutch, I mean, they're all pretty. They've all got a pretty strong English language, and we're exactly the opposite. Well, Coldest Pillow, having got himself into the lead, he has a chance to get to the hill right now. But can he get to the 8 ball? That's the question. And, well, he can get to the 8 ball. This should be perfect for the 8 ball. Perfect angle. Don't overcook it, though. Don't overcook it. And now it's not quite as simple. Big shot to get to the hill. And that's well played. Well, it's been a good response. It's been backward and forward. And now CheekyChico's at the point of no return. 86 down, breaking to survive. Well, he's got the first part of it right. He's got a ball. The next part is he's kept a cue ball on the table. And now the biggest part of all is he has to run out. 8 ball right in the middle of the table. Well, he's got 1 yellow. Can play the combo with the yellow. But you've got 2 yellows down here that ain't good. Well, he didn't play the combo. See, this is a major problem to getting out here for CheekyChico. That's a major issue. Now he's trying to play for time here. Either get that yellow in or over the pocket. Well, it's gone in. I mean, what do you do here? I mean, that you can see enough of that yellow to maybe get it sort of in or over the middle pocket. And that's not a bad shot, I don't think, from the point of view that he's at least got one of the balls out and he's opened this one out a bit more. But what he's done is, at this time in the match, as he's given up the table, this might be his lifeline, though, this here. That could be his lifeline. So for any latecomers, the winner of this match goes through to play Albinario. And MC Clarkey's lying in the semi-final spot, waiting on the winner of that match. We'll have a look at that bracket just at the end of this, just to get it confirmed. But we're almost there with this tournament. But CheekyChico is going to have to battle to survive here, and he might need a little bit of help. Well, I think if he just pots the yellow that's over the corner pocket, at least he can give himself a straight yellow up the rail. I don't know that this is the right move. Well, he's played the combo. The cue ball running loose, but he has got a shot, though. In fact, he's got a choice of shots. And again, this has got to be a delicate touch. Well, he's left it a wee bit short. He should be final. Again, cue ball's got to open out. So this, to at least save 1 life. But of course now, Coldest Pillow breaking for the match. And balls have gone in. Well, you've got the issue up table, haven't you? You've got the yellow mixed in with the reds up there. You've got the 1 red into the side here. The cue ball's going in the opposite direction you want it to go. So whatever set of balls you decide on, there's a major problem middle of the table, top end, that has to be dealt with. But if it's reds, then you've got to think your odds are pretty good to be dealing with this problem if you can get someone down there to play that red there and bump something out. But you've got to be thinking on a solution to this problem. So now Coldest Pillow's decided on yellows, so he's still got the same issue. Playing for position. Now that yellow there would be the one option you could play if you were in the middle of the table there, where the cue ball, back, not where the cue ball is, but it's one option you would have to get in a bump. And CheekyChico's now regained possession of that pocket. Oh dear. Would you believe it? Well, that's the wrong time to be making that mistake. Coldest Pillow, I think, is trying to brush. He's tried to brush his yellow there, missed it completely and brushed the red, and given Chico a free shot, and Chico's nailed himself to a red. I don't know whether you can see the other red, but at least the red is out in the table now. He's fine. So now this is a problem, because that yellow's blocking the path for this red. Yeah, that's far too hard to play that into a side pocket. That's never going to happen. Well, this match is in the balance right now. It is very much in the balance. And it's just, well, that might be the one. That might be the one that decides it, because that shot there from Coldest Pillows just freed up the pocket. Oh, by the way, did anybody send any PM to France? I bet you nobody did. Nobody could be bothered. Well, maybe they did, because he's left the room. Coldest Pillow with a chance to win the match, but he stuck the cue ball right on top of the yellow. And of course, ducking and diving, but he hasn't covered the other red. Now, this is where Chico has to get wise here. He's played the bank has gone in, and now, if he's going to be fully committed, he's got to get this red dealt with. And he's got one chance to do it. And that ain't it. That ain't it. Now, if he plays the cut and drags the pace off the cue ball, he can get the red up the table, in or over the pocket, and he wouldn't be leaving anything simple for Coldest Pillow. That's the shot. I think if he plays that and just gets that out of there, is he playing a bank here? Because the thing is, if he keeps the cue ball in the middle of the table, he's giving Coldest Pillow a shot. Okay, it ain't pretty, but I think he could have cut that up the table. And of course, he might have left a bank there for Coldest Pillow as well. Well, this is all or nothing, Chico. This is the time to make the move. The angle's there. Has he got the pace, though? Has he got the pace? He's absolutely plumb perfect. In fact, he's actually overdone it. But he can still come off this red. He's got to watch how good he gets the cue ball here. Oh, he needs to hit it. And he has done. And we're going all the way, folks. It had to go all the way. And the other thing is now Chico is breaking for the match. I didn't see anything go. Nothing's gone. And two problem reds on the left side. Red blocking the pocket in the bottom right for the yellow. So I think yellows have got to be favourite here, simply because that yellow you can get to follow that red in. And if you've got that in mind, then you've got to very much, as soon as you can, try and deal with that. Well, he's decided that's not the case. So therefore, the other problem is this. He's got nothing really handy to get to these two reds. That's the nearest ball to get there. My voice is just threatening to give up here. I'm actually muting very regularly because I'm now getting into coughing fits. The quicker this is over, the better. I might still get out of this with a voice. Well, Chico's at the table. And he's got rid of two of his reds. He didn't get, not two of his reds, he's got rid of the red that was blocking the pocket from Coldest Pillow. And now he's nailed Coldest Pillow. He can't get to the two reds, I don't think. Well, he's trying to tweak it around the corner. And he's got the hit. Well, that actually improves his situation, because those two reds have now got a pocket to go into once that yellow goes out the way. Oh, Chico's in trouble here. I'm in trouble as well, because I don't think I'm going to last the pace here, guys. I think the voice is going. Well, Coldest Pillow has got his reward. He's got a free shot. He's got the table at his mercy. That's got to be his last ball to get to the 8 ball, you would think. If things don't go according to plan, it could be that one. In fact, he's decided that's the way he wants to go. And now it's vital that he gets the right angle in this red. He's got the angle. He's got to watch the scratch. I think he's well away from that, though. And so Coldest Pillow is going to win through in a match that tossed and turned. The control changed 3 or 4 times, I think, at the end of it. But Coldest Pillow, with that free shot, the vital free shot at the vital time, he falls over the line with a 9-8 win against CheekyChico. It could have went any way, but you've got to hold your nerve and get it done. And Coldest Pillow now has the biggest challenge in this tournament so far for him, because he's now confirmed up against Albinario. And what the hell's the day's date? Is this the 28th? We've now got until January the 2nd, 2025 for these guys to get organised and get their match arranged. And then it's January the 7th, the deadline for the semi-final match with Matt, the winner of whom will have a go at taking down Semi-Pro in the final. And of course, Semi-Pro took the scalp of Matt to get to that final, and he's already taken the scalp of Albinario. So semi-pro's going to have to beat one of them twice, or maybe beat Coldest Pillow. So Coldest Pillow is now still the outsider, but his chances are still excellent to win this tournament. They really are. I think at this stage in the tournament, it is a bit of a lottery with all the players that's left, because the roll of the ball, things going against you, things working for you. I think anybody can win this. There's obvious favourites. Semi-Pro being in the final is the favourite. Albinario is still in the tournament, having been a multiple winner of these events. He's still a strong favourite as well. But you've got guys here that haven't won any of these major events. Matt, of course, has come close and getting closer. So questions are being asked of these guys. Is Albinario going to be good enough to come through this battle? He's going to have to battle 3 more matches to win this event, so his odds are not great. But it's up to Coldest Pillow and Matt to have their say, to have a go at semi-pro. So good luck to them in that. Right, well, that is going to be it, folks. Unless something happens between now and the end of the year, there won't be any more VP4TV live streams until then, until 2025. So have a good new year when it comes. Well done to Coldest Pillow. Well done to CheekyChico as well. Battled all the way. Toss of a coin, could I end up winning it one way or the other. But Coldest Pillow held his nerve, got out, got the job done. So we will see you, no doubt, sometime in 2025. Hopefully I'll be recovered by then. So until then, all that remains now is to say thanks for joining us, and have a good one when it comes. And we'll see you again at some point in the future. Take care.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.